For our database management group project, we have chosen to develop a police reports database application. To summarize this application, the idea is that the tool will allow for the submission of police reports as well as querying of existing police reports within the system. It will enable users to query the police records based on location, suspects, the type of crime, the officers involved, and much more. It will also enable users to easily generate reports for the specified queries and allow them to export the data for further analysis. For our application requirements, to start, we will have users that can log in to an account that's registered as either a clerk or a standard user using a username and password. Clerks are the user type that will be allowed to enter and upload new police reports into the backend database. Police reports will consist of a report number, the type of crime committed, a description of the act, the address at which it occurred, date and time, and the officers involved. The reports can also be tied to an investigation, which will track the status of the investigation, the detectives that have been assigned to it, and the suspects involved. The status of the suspect in the investigation must be tracked as well. Officers and detectives will be employed at a precinct, and each precinct must have a commanding officer assigned to it. The badge number and rank of each officer must also be stored. For additional constraints on our database, investigations have to automatically be halted after 3 years if they haven't already closed. Detectives can't be officers. All suspects must be tied to an investigation, and only clerks are allowed to file reports. This ER diagram represents the previous requirements. You can see that users of the system, as well as police officers and detectives, are all people, and users can be either clerks or standard users. You'll also see that the hierarchy of a precinct and the officers and detectives employed at it, as well as the commanding officers, are all represented. For our preliminary implementation details, we'll be using a LAMP stack for web application implementation. This will enable users to access the application remotely from any web browser. We've chosen to use MySQL as our backend database, and an Apache web server will be hosted on a Linux system as well as the SQL server. Apache handles requests that come in by spinning off PHP scripts when needed to generate the dynamic HTML files that will be served back to the user browser. And PHP scripts communicate with data from our MySQL database and then complete the actual HTML, which it gives to Apache to be served to the user. These PHP scripts will contain the code that will handle what is served back to the user based on information. For the information discussed in this video and more, you can also refer to our data-driven application project proposal, where all of these details are outlined. And the ER diagram is included there as well.